Wait one moment. This video is sponsored by Ozark Water, the best fucking water on planet Earth. Ozark, y'all need to sponsor me. I'm telling you, y'all need to sponsor me. Anyway, let's get to it. This video is sponsored by Ozark brand. Look, Ozark, okay? YouTube, it's Real Rob Boy back with another video. Just a reminder, if I'm aloof, or if you don't hear from me, I'm working on myself behind the scenes, and we cooking behind the scenes. Anyway, just know I don't disappoint, and I'm not gonna miss. Yeah. Look, narcissistic individuals use victimization as a form of manipulation. You got to understand how dangerous playing the victim is. You got to understand something, because to an actual victim, that's detrimental and that's dangerous, because now you have an individual that's posing as a victim when they are the abuser. So now, let me tell y'all something. Y'all know how many innocent people, y'all gotta understand something. Do you not know how many innocent people that's out there right now that's labeled as the abuser, when in reality, they the victim? But this the thing, that's where that smear campaign come in at. Look, you gotta realize something. Notice how everybody that don't want to hold themselves accountable, everybody that don't want to self-reflect, notice how once you expose these individuals, once these individuals know that they can't manipulate you, once narcissistic individuals know that they can't control you, they can't affect you, they can't break you, they cannot destroy you. But this the thing, once they know that you know who they really are, meaning the image that they displaying, you got to understand something. It's a facade with narcissistic individuals, meaning you got to understand something. They're pretending to be someone they're not, meaning they're identity thieves. So you have to understand that. So once they come to the conclusion that you figured who they really are, which is a monster underneath that mask that they try to pretend to be, guess what? They're going to try to play the victimization. Anybody that you try to get to hold themselves accountable, gonna play the victimization. Anybody that you gotta understand something. Anybody that you try to get to self-reflect, gonna play the victimization. It ain't. Let me tell you something. I understand. You gotta understand something. I understand what you've been through, but guess what? It's no excuses to why you do the things that you do, because if I can heal, you can heal. If I can change, you can change. I don't care what you've been through. I don't care about no sob story. Everybody got a sob story. Everybody been through something. Everybody been hurt. So don't come up to me, man. Yeah, man. You know what? I've been through this. I've been through the worst. Guess what? Did it stop me? Do you see me playing the victimization? Nope. Exactly. That's an excuse. I understand why you've been through what you've been through, and my heart goes out to you. But guess what? It ain't no excuses to why you do the things that you do, because guess what? You hurting yourself by not holding yourself accountable. You hurting yourself by not looking in the mirror and self-reflecting. So for somebody like me that I already healed, and you come to me with this victimization mentality, I'm just going to look at you like, you can say whatever you want to say, but I'm finna be honest, there's no excuses to why you treat people fucked up. But look, and if you dealt with a narcissistic individual, or you have dealt with one in the past, guess what? When you call them out, or once they know that you see them for who they really are, guess what? They gonna do three things: project, Blame shift, play victimization. Point blank period. You gotta understand something. These people already know that what they gonna fall back on every single time. Victimization. They gonna fall back on it. They already know for a fact, if somebody expose me, if somebody find out who I really am, or if they just want to control somebody, guess what they gonna fall back on? Victimization. Yeah, look, let me tell you something. Victimization is one hell of a drug in today's society. Everybody on that shit. Everybody trying to play the victim. You can't even have one conversation with somebody without them playing the victimization. I'm like, man, I want to have a conversation with somebody that's gonna hold themselves accountable and self-reflecting. And you talking to certain people, everybody, man, you know what? Well, man, look, bro, I ain't trying to hear no sad sob story. Everybody been through something. I'm tired of that. This the thing, what you gonna do in order to overcome that and become better? Look, remember something. You talking to an individual that's healed. So if you trying to play that victimization stuff, it's not gonna slide over here, because guess what? I'm gonna look you dead up in your eye and tell you, you realize that the shit that you telling me doesn't have anything to do with you. Meaning, you got to understand something. The problem is not the people around you, it's you. You got to hold yourself accountable. You can't be blaming your mama. You can't be blaming the next man. You can't be blaming the government. Let me tell you something. It's not the government. Look, it ain't the government. It's not the white man. It ain't society. It's you. It's not your mama. It's not your daddy. It's you. You trying to play the victimization because guess what? It's going to hurt you to self-reflect, because narcissistic individuals know one thing. Everybody's self-reflection ain't going to be a good self-reflection. So when some people self-reflect, they going to come to the realization that they monsters. You have to understand something. Narcissistic individuals know one thing. They not good people. So it's going to kill them to self-reflect, because they have no sense of self. How you going to self-reflect when you have no soul in general? In order for one to self-reflect, one must have a sense of self. One also must possess a soul. One must be alive. Narcissistic individuals, they'll never hold themselves accountable. They'll never self-reflect, because guess what? They have no soul. They have no sense of self. Look, you going around right now stealing somebody's identity. That's not you. That's somebody else's identity. You trying to make it your own, but this is the thing. You digging a deeper hole for yourself, because guess what? You know you pretended, and you know you stealing. Do you honestly think something? Let me tell y'all something. Do y'all honestly think somebody that's know they faking? Look, you know you faking. You know you faking. Do you honestly think these people gonna hold themselves accountable and look in the mirror? No. They already signed over to Satan that they was gonna pretend and they was gonna steal. Meaning it ain't no accountability with them. They gonna fall back on their victimization every time. Point blank period. So let me tell you something. If you have the mindset, well, you know what? Maybe one day this person going to come to their senses, or maybe one day this person going to self-reflect. One day, I hope one day that maybe one day this person maybe one day this individual going to see that see the truth for what it is. They not. You better ask all them females that thought you better ask all them females out here that thought they man was going to change, and guess what? He still didn't change. Yeah, it had to take that man to cheat on you several times. It had to take that man to steal from you. You, in your mind, look, you love this man, but this the thing, you're failing because you think you can change an individual that's going outside of you. You can't change somebody that's outside of you. He still won't cheat. Yeah. Don't hurt yourself. Look, don't hurt yourself by trying to please other people. Don't be a people pleaser. You won't hurt yourself. I'm just using that as an example, but I'm just saying. I'm getting off subject. Let me get back on topic. Y'all know how I get. You gotta understand something. Narcissistic people never hold themselves accountable for everything they do. You gotta understand something, but that's because the sense of entitlement, the arrogance, and the pride that these people possess, meaning you gotta understand something. In their minds, they're never wrong. They're always right. Even if they wrong, they're right. Look, even if you bring the factual statistics, the evidence, you can have these people, you can have it, I'm a FBI interrogator, right? I got you on camera murdering somebody, meaning I got you on camera. I seen you on camera pull out the gun and shoot this dude. But guess what? If it's a narcissistic individual, I didn't do it. I seen you doing it. No, I didn't. I got you on camera. That's not me. What the fuck, dude? This is you. Why are you trying to? No, it's not me. Cuff him and take him to jail. Look, get this idiot out of my face. We got this person on camera and they still lying. Because guess what? They gonna fall back on that every time. Even if they wrong, they always right. You got to understand. You got to catch what I'm pitching. Narcissistic individuals feel as though they don't have to hold themselves accountable because guess what? They feel as though they done nothing wrong. No matter how sinister, no matter how twisted, no matter what evidence you provide, no matter what you do, no matter how much truth you spare, guess what? They ain't never gonna hold themselves accountable. And guess what? They gonna play victimization. Yeah. Every single time. You gotta remember something. Narcissistic individuals are pathological liars. Everything that come out of their mouth is a lie. Everything. They wrong 1,000,000% of the time. 1,000,000%. Not 10%, not 100%, not 100,000%, 1,000,000%. That's how wrong these stupos are. Like, they're never right. This is the thing. They believe their own lies. Pathological liars are individuals who believe their own lies. But you got to understand something about narcissistic individuals. They have a very animalistic pig mindset, meaning they're dummy. They're dumb. Like dumb. Like 1 + 1 = 2, but with them 1 + 1 = 3. No, that's how dumb they is. Meaning, this is how dumb narcissistic individuals are. The sun is yellow, right? But go on a walk with a narcissistic individual. Hey, look up at that yellow sun. That sun not yellow. It's green. You gonna be like, you a dumbass motherfucker. I ain't never met. Let me tell you something. If you ain't never met a dumb motherfucker a day in your life, you spend some time with a narcissist. You gonna be looking at them like, man, you want some straight up meth head type shit. I'm finna be honest. I ain't never met nobody dumb like this. This some Patrick Star dumb type shit. Patrick Star wasn't even dumb. Anyway, but you gotta understand that the brain does not be, their brain is not being used. Just know that. Their brain is not being used. The ability to think clearly, none of that with them. Like I say, they don't go based off factual statistics. They go based off he say, she say. They don't go based off logic, but they go based off emotion. Narcissistic individuals will never accept being wrong. Because guess what? For them to accept being wrong, what they got to do? Hold themselves accountable. Wait a minute. Do you think a narcissist don't hold themselves accountable? Shit. Let's take a moment of silence for all my people that's gonna be like, yeah, so we can look at you like the fool you are. Because guess what? They never gonna hold themselves accountable. And I don't want it. They don't be hoping. They don't hope nothing. I'm finna be honest. Y'all gotta understand something. They know they liars. Why you think they run away from self-accountability, accountability and self-reflection. Like I say, they know that they pretended. See, they know that we are everything that they want to be. We're not pretending. They are. Let me tell you something. They don't have a sense of self. They don't have no soul. They don't have no identity. They don't know who they are as an individual. The only thing that they know is that they signed. The only thing that they know is that they sold to the devil. For what? I don't know why. Point blank period. The only thing that they know is they rejected God deliberately. The only thing they know is that they blame God. And that's a lot of people mistake. Let me tell you something. The day people blame God as to why things went wrong, that's going to be your downfall. Because guess what? God not responsible for this wickedness. God not responsible for what you went through. No. He was trying to show you, but guess what? You rejected him. And this is the thing. If you can only give certain individuals chance after chance. See, I was trying to show you and bring you into the light, but obviously you like being in the dark, so I'm going to keep you there. And you going to become what? You going to become just like who? One of them. I'm going to go get Robert because guess what? Robert going to listen to me. Robert going to go towards the truth. Robert don't want to be in the darkness. He's the light. So I'm going to focus all my time and energy making him great. Meanwhile, I'm going to let y'all go because I see y'all chose y'all side already. I'm going to let y'all have it, but I'm going to get Robert. But look, it's only gonna happen when you unmask a narcissist. It's only gonna happen when you call them out. They gonna go straight into that victimization mode. I'm telling you, every time. They go into victimization mode in order to escape reality. Meaning everything that I stated on up equals victimization. Not self-reflecting equals victimization. Not holding yourself accountable, victimization. Everybody that don't self-reflect and don't hold themselves accountable, they play the victim. And that's your downfall. You got to understand something. The projection that these people put against real victims is dangerous because, like I say, you not the abuser, you the victim. But guess what? When that smear campaign happened, you the abuser, and everybody gonna look at you as the abuser because guess what? That person just smeared the shit. And look, this person just lied on you so bad because guess what? They already know that they gonna try to tarnish your image anyway because you cannot be controlled. You cannot be controlled. Point blank period. So if you can't be controlled, then when people can't control you, they gonna try to control how other people see you. So guess what? Let me tell you something. You could never pick up a drug a day in your life. Guess what? The narcissistic individual that you dealing with is the drug addict. But guess what? They gonna go out in public and say you a drug addict. Your narcissistic mama and daddy, your narcissistic family, guess what? They gonna say you was the abuser. You're not the abuser, but guess what? It's projection. They're gonna project what you are and use that and put that into a smear campaign because guess what? The best way to hide something is hide it in plain sight. Point blank period. The best way to hide something is to hide it in plain sight. And you wanna know why? Because guess what? All of narcissistic dirty work is being done behind the scenes. They don't never do their work on the scenes. All of the work is being done behind the scenes. You got to understand that. So for them to go out and smear you, it's easy for the people to believe a lie about you because guess what? Everything going on behind the scenes. You ain't even told your side of the story yet. I'm like, man, that ain't even true, but y'all ain't coming to me to check my side of the story. Like, I got a side of the story too. Why ain't nobody trying to hear me out? They already believe them lies about you. You got to understand something. People gonna want to believe what they want to believe, whether it's true or false. Because guess what? If you got to understand something. If individuals was dumb enough to get turned against you, they was already against you to begin with. They was trying to find a flaw. You got to understand something. These people come to you as everything that you ever wanted. They going to come to you as a loving parent, as a loving spouse, girlfriend, whatever it is that you desire. They going to come to you aspect in order to rob you of your livelihood and your freedom. You got to understand some shit, the shit that these people do. They don't love. Don't even want, I don't want to hear we know what love is. We already know that. Actions speak louder than words. Don't tell me you love me if your actions, show me. I don't want to hear Robert. Nah, show me, because I'm going to show you. But if you're not reciprocating when I'm giving out, I'm gone. They going to play the victimization every time you call them out, or every time they want to manipulate you, because guess what? They can't handle the truth. You got to understand something. They can't handle the truth. At some point, we all must stop living this victimization mentality and look at ourselves and figure out what was we doing wrong, and what can we do in order to make ourselves become better. You shouldn't want to play the victimizer. Even if you're the victim, you shouldn't want to be the victim. That's not a good look. I'm finna be playing victimization mentality. That's not a good look. That's not a good look, because if you in front of somebody that's strong, we just gonna be looking at you like this. I mean, I ain't playing the victim. Yeah, she over here playing the victim, man. You dude over here playing victim, man. He trauma bonded, look, negative soul tie. I understand what you've been through. It ain't no excuses, man. Just admit it. You ran away from your fear and became what? A narcissist. And this is what many narcissists do. This is narcissistic individuals in general. They played a victimization because they ran away from the very thing that would have healed them, which was what caused them to be narcissistic. You weren't always that way. No, somebody had to come up in there and rob you of your soul. Somebody had to come up in there and cause an infraction to where you said, screw everybody. I'm gonna destroy everybody in my path, because guess what? I'm not real enough to look within, and I'm not ready to face the fact that I was abused by this person, whoever that person is. That's why people commit suicide. This stuff makes people commit suicide. This stuff is narcissistic abuse. I don't think y'all understand how powerful and how much effect that can have on an individual. That can make you commit suicide. That's why people are drug addicts. That's why that's why women is prostitutes. They became the very thing that they ran away from, which was they ran away from an abuser. So guess what? They became what? An abuser. Boom. It's no excuses, because guess what? They gonna do everything in their power to try to destroy you and tarnish your name. But the moment you stick up for yourself, the moment you come with them facts, them statistics, them evidence, because these are things that's gonna make them self-reflect by choice, meaning you don't want to self-reflect, but I'm not gonna allow you to lie on me and slander me, because I'm the truth. So if you don't want to self-reflect, I'm gonna whoop that ass with the truth, and you finna force to self-reflect. But this is the thing, they don't want to self-reflect. So guess what? They gonna fall back on their victimization every time. Robert bullying me, Robert messing with me. Robert ain't doing nothing. You doing all that to me. You lying. You just don't. You ain't being real. You ain't never met an individual that was straightforward and wasn't going. You ain't never met an individual that didn't give two fucks about a title. Point blank. Period. My character holds more weight than that bullshit title, and you thought that just because you said that you was my mama, or just because you said this is the thing, this thing in your eyes, I'm your son, but in my eyes, you ain't a motherfucking thing. I'm just keeping that 100. Meaning if you wicked, I don't care who you is. Stay away from me, and we not family, because love is my family, not evil. You ain't never met an individual that outsmarted you. So now you think about it over and over again, because you ain't never met you now met the individual that's gonna seal your fate. You gotta understand something. Narcissistic people gonna play the victimization too, because they crave for attention. They crave validation. They crave acceptance So them playing victimization is what's going to get people to come up. Oh, man, you know what? Let me give you a hug. Oh, my God, you need a hug. You going through this, you doing that. They not going through nothing because they are the abusers. But this the thing, for somebody that don't know that, they the victim. But but to me, I know you ain't going through nothing. You the abuser. You just trying to play the victimization because guess what? You want the benefits. You want to reap the benefits of being an actual victim. When in reality, you're an abuser. You never met somebody that outsmarted you. You never met somebody that, look, let me tell y'all something. I piss people off. Look, I piss a lot of people off because guess what? You never met somebody like, I've never met up somebody like him. It's like he can read my mind. I ain't gonna tell you how I know that. Don't be like how you know that. Don't worry about that. I don't cast my pearls to the swine, but signs is for the conscious mind. Those that get it. Those that don't. I'm not telling you nothing. Victimization also gives individuals a source of power. It makes them feel good when people look at them as the victim. It makes them feel good when people cater to them. You got to understand something. Victimization is what they like, that attention that being a victim, that being an actual victim brings. Meanwhile, we are the actual victim. We don't, to a real victim, man, I'm still not finna play the victimization. I don't want to be the victim by any means. I just happen to be the victim, but guess what? I'm not finna play it. And because I don't want no side story. I'm a real macho. I don't do no complaining, man. Ain't no excuses with me. It ain't nothing. I keep it going. I don't want to be the victim. In my eye, that's weak to me, but this is just in my opinion. But let me end on this note. See, if evil pretends to be innocent, then guess what? Evil can continue to do evil and lurk in the shadows without being touched or without being harmed, because guess what? Evil is the masters of deceit. Look, Robert is the truth. I'm doing this to him, but this the thing, I can't control him, and I can see that he can see me for who I really am. So guess what? What I'm doing to him, I'm going to say that he did it to me, because guess what? I cannot allow that to get out. I can't allow this. I'm pretending to be, I'm a monster behind the scenes, but I want everybody to look at me as how they look at Robert. So guess what? I'm going to try to make Robert seem as though he's the victim. I'm going to tarnish his image. And guess what? In some scenarios, it's going to work. Stay blessed.